Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is just a short video to remind us about the importance of eating right, eating healthy, routinely, regularly. Yeah, because if you eat well regularly, that is, your quality of life changes. Generally, you feel good, you look good, you glow, and your quality of life is also improved. So the reason I've made this video is just to remind us that there's this bit that we normally forget. We just eat what is available. We eat because food is put on the table. We eat because that is what we can afford. But I would like to bring to our attention that most of the times, the things that we can afford, especially in the Kenyan, setup, are the foods that we require regularly. For instance, vegetables. For instance, green leafy vegetables. For instance, I've repeated that 3 times because people think that if you eat vegetables regularly, then it means you're suffering, you're poor, all those stuff. But to just remind us that if you feel that your pocket has gone down and that all you can afford is vegetables, believe you me, your body is celebrating. Your system is feeling good. If you can just take water, if you can just eat vegetables, as generously as you can. And by vegetables, I mean green leafy vegetables, and to just be keen on what you eat and how many times you eat it in a day is something. For instance, every day in the morning in our Kenyan setup, we are wired to believe that we should be taking tea that is made of tea leaves. Tea for us Africans or for us Kenyans is anything that is drunk in the morning. Whether the beverage is made of coffee, you'll hear someone saying, I took tea with so and so, with something, But the ideal is tea is that which is made from, the plant that is grown around Kericho area that is used to make tea leaves. We use it to make tea. Now tea, the beverage. But is that what breakfast should consist of every day and always? No, and no, and no. So if you get to understand how each food works in your system when you take it, then you learn to adapt a new eating habit by deciding well on what you can eat for breakfast, what you can eat for lunch, and what you can eat for supper or even during your snacking times. So I would like us, it is not cast on stones that we must take tea in the morning. Tea made with water, tea leaves, and sugar, and sometimes, if you can afford, with milk. Is it a must that we drink tea every day? No. In fact, for breakfast, no. This video is to remind us that there are things we can do based on your system, the way it is made. So many people rush to tea because we are born to believe that breakfast time is tea time. Yes, but look at it this way. If you are doing a difficult job, let's say Mjengo job, you wake up in the morning and you want to take tea to go from Mjengo. Then during lunchtime, sometimes you don't get time to eat anything. You stay hungry during lunchtime, and then when you come back for supper, sometimes there's nothing meant, that is heavy for you to eat. Or when you find ugali, you eat it excessively because you are now too hungry. You're compensating for the times that you did not eat or that your system did not get enough to eat. In the end, how does this impact your body? How does this, work in your system? Is your system rejoicing? Is your system straining? Is your system crying? Is your system trying to adjust so hard to the food that you put into it? So we need to realize that based on your system, you need to craft. Based on your pocket, you need to craft. Based on your health condition, your body condition, you need to craft a food eating pattern that works for you as an individual. You can decide that in the morning you even eat a heavy meal. If you're facing a hard work during the day, then during lunchtime you eat fairly, little, and then supper time as you go to sleep, you eat something just little so that we reverse the system so that in the morning it be heavy, then supper time it be light as you approach bed. So that will help your system to sleep in a manageable condition. It is not sleeping is a resting time, yet it is struggling with a lot of load of food that is put in it. So when you look at things that way, from a scientific point of view, then you can decide that in the morning, I can even eat heavy meal that is in the African setup, the Kenyan setup. You can even decide to take ugali in the morning. There's no offense with that. and that will change how your system works, because during the day you are facing a day of activities, because most of us work so hard during the day, and at night you sleep. Again, if your work is so much involving at night, you are allowed to eat heavily at night, you know. So that is how we should approach eating, not the way the way it has been there in the historically. So understand your system, understand the conditions you're battling with, and then decide on what you want to eat and how much and at what time. So thank you very much. I would like to do more videos on how to manage ourselves with the food, how what to eat when, and if I have this condition, what should I eat and how much. There's no restriction as to which food you should not eat or which food you should eat. It is all individualized. It is based on your condition, it is based on your pocket, it is based on so many factors that are central to you as a person. So when you get to learn how things work, how the food behaviors, how the food works with our body, then we should adapt new food behaviors that will literally make our system rejoice. We should be working with our system smiling, like I'm happy with what is put in me, so that I don't bring a lot of complications when trying to readjust to what you bring to my system. Conditions such as ulcers, conditions such as blood sugar control, conditions such as blood pressure, your BP, always rising or going so low. There are so many ways that you can manage them just with the right eating pattern. So guys, kindly watch this and just comment below on what you want me to teach you or you want us to learn next in terms of food management, or how we can adapt the right food behaviors as human beings, so that we continue living healthy life in as much as we are struggling with the economy, in as much as we are struggling with so many stresses in life. But then if we get rid of one stress, that is eating right, then you've just like handled almost half of your problems, because health issues are also part of the stresses that we're dealing with as human beings. So how about that? I feel it's good. Please subscribe to my channel and let me know what you want me to talk about next. Thank you very much, and it was nice, talking to you.